Very soon. There you go.
I know you guys can't see it if the yummies
I'll
are
take
there.
one more. Just
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Sheever, it's all you, baby. We're
Those
taking
are really
two
good.
of these.
Okay, so we have London Conspiracy. They're
God.
going to play from the Dire side this game with the Vega Squadron playing from the Radiant side. We have a OD, a ban with the first ban. It's actually very, very interesting because Vega Squadron is, of course, a team that picked Dire side yesterday, all the games.
yeah.
And the only game that they won today was on the Radiant side.
Well, I don't know. I don't think sides play that much into it, to be honest. I think it's more about the draft and which pick order you have, getting the heroes that you
really?
want. Yeah.
You think it's about the heroes they pick now what side they're on?
Oh wow.
An interesting point, Waga. Do tell more.
I believe Omni-Knight is a great hero.
Oh,
really
I can
amazing.
see you. It's okay. Pull your punches, man. You'll rip into me later. I know you will. Don't worry about it.
Really great.
Jesus. Okay. Well, let's talk about bans. Who do we have here?
Well, so far it's not really anything exciting because their Spear is banned out, and H-Prof is banned out, and OD, and we see those heroes banned out all the time. The only thing that is
Chen and
interesting,
Enchantress.
Chen and Enchantress are
None of them are
both
touched
still
yet,
in,
so
this is gonna be it.
hopefully one of those. And Lone Druid is also a hero that, yeah, we've seen it a few times, but often it's been banned.
If
Yeah.
we see another Chen, I'm gonna
Okay.
take more shot of this Kalez.
If we see Chen,
If we see a Chen pick, I'm
What?
going
There
for
will
it.
be a Chen, are you
No,
stupid?
please, God,
There
no,
will be a
please. Don't pick Chen.
I will
Don't
already
pick,
give
no.
this to you.
He
No.
will tube the Kales if we see a Chen right now.
No,
This is on the
Kalez.
line.
Please, no Chen. God, please.
In any of the first 4 picks here, there will be a Chen for
Most
sure.
stressful draft screen I've ever been a part of. Okay, we're good.
I like how they're taking their time with the pick.
Yeah, great. Thank
Building
you.
up the suspense.
The London conspiracy. Oh boy.
They
you
could
must
be
be
your
sad
best
you-
friend or your worst nightmare,
All
Slacks.
right, come on, Illuminati connections. You got this for me. The conspiracy is.
Invoker.
Oh, thank God. We still have one more. So?
Yeah, but
No! I did say the first one, right?
no.
Nope.
No.
God damn it.
If we see it,
Okay.
well, that's it.
Start
You want to
talking.
finish down the Canal Bullet first, or do
Yeah,
you want to
I'm
combo?
just-
Oh,
Can I
it's
combo it?
God! You
that's
gotta pull an
just
OD.
gross.
I'm just gonna do an OD here.
Uh,
We're fine. All right.
as a Swede,
Keep
I
talking,
can't
people.
watch this.
Keep talking. Bone up, whatever the hell this is.
That's disturbing.
Oh.
That's really
God.
disturbing. These flavors don't run, dude. Cinnamon and fish rum. Yeah, why not?
Why not, indeed?
Why not?
Hey, they put cinnamon in a lot of different cooking
They
nowadays.
do. They do.
But
Is this a combo they should start selling? Slacks?
No.
no.
Okay, great. So, bounty hunter. Cedal. Cedal on him. Now, why is Chen so strong?
I think it's because of the cinnamon, don't you think?
No, why is Chen so strong, bro?
I like to use a bounty on Spring after the Chen. I mean, Chen has obviously a very high impact, or both early on and later on.
Yeah.
But Bounty Hunter can start to mess with that a bit. It's kind of predictable, perhaps.
I think Bounty Hunter is a great hero in general. Just as a combo with the Invoker. Because you can look for kills just set up. And if you have any other hero join the Bounty Hunter, that should be easy kills with the Invoker Sunstrike. And we've seen it before, how much gold the Bounty can just swing.
Yeah.
And not just that, the movement speed in teamfight, 20% movement speed. It's so great in the skirmishes. So one thing that Bounty is pretty bad at, though, is defending. Defending towers or just high ground defense. Sure, is a little bit better now. They can track and bounce the Shuriken. But this is already going to be a push strat from Vega.
So, I asked you this before. You do know Baby Knight, right? You've played against him before.
Yeah.
And
what-
with him.
And with him.
Yes.
Right. So, can you give us an insight on what hero you think he might be picking this time?
Well,
What's he good at?
I know a lot of heroes that he loves, and a lot of them are not strong currently.
Oh,
to be fair, he loves playing Shadow Fiend like more than most people, and I would say it's almost an unhealthy love. But he also plays a really good Windrunner and really good Queen of Pain. But I doubt we're gonna see a Queen of Pain. Maybe a Windrunner could come out, but I think he's just gonna be playing the Invoker actually.
Okay.
I
Cool.
think he's gonna be rocking that.
Sounds good. Jeeves, anything that you would like to see that we haven't seen so far, or that you think would be good?
Earthshaker.
Earthshaker.
If you're gonna be London Conspiracy, you can have Earthshaker offlane and look at all the little creeps. There will be Chen creeps. There will be an extra bear.
All the little creeps.
It is not.
Oh, the little creep.
You say it, so I
They're
care
not
so
that
much
little.
about them.
Yeah. I'm gonna feel sad now when
No,
they're
but
all...
he can echo slap them and then they all die.
Okay, great. All right, Zeus pickup here, coming out from Team Vega. That's a lot of burst damage that we got here. We got a CM, we got a Chen, and we got a Zeus. And they're kind of on the squishy side so far on London Conspiracy. They're gonna need to bulk up a bit, or?
They definitely are. I mean, there's a few heroes that they could initiate on here with the Bounty Hunter, but I'm just worried that this is gonna be one more of those games where Witch Doctor is picked and he's not having too much synergy. We saw it earlier not really work into a lineup when he was drafted, and now I don't really see how Witch Doctor is amazing for them here. Maybe if they add more push into the lineup of London Conspiracy, but at least it gives them sustainability as well. I mean, now the Zeus was picked afterwards, but the Witch Doctor heal can really help you.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, definitely, you know what I would like to see? Again, it's, no, not that hero, I promise.
Okay.
So for this one, I'd like to see somebody that could do something against these high intelligence lineup here. I know it's kind of not in the meta, but I feel like a Nyx would be pretty sweet here. Am I right here or wrong?
Nyx is really, really amazing against Zeus. You can just burst him down so quickly. And it's not even just about, you know, the rest of the heroes like Crystal Maiden and Chen. You don't really want to go on them in a team fight, but just for a reason
You
of
can
Zeus,
pick CM
it
up.
can already be good.
Yeah.
That's like the worst thing about playing CM when there's
You can pick her off, but I think you can just ignore her as well. And whenever she wants to ulti, you just hit E, and you're done.
Yeah.
Like it comes down to, like we saw in the previous game where Syndron on his Bane was being focused over and over, but they could just have ignored him. He wouldn't have done that much anyway. You need to kill the important targets, and in this case, Zeus, if you remove him, look at the damage output on Vega Squadron. They don't have that much if Zeus is not there. I mean, Chen, a lot of creeps, yes. You know, the creeps can be dangerous, and sure, Lone Druid when he has his farm, but there's not much so far that bursts.
Yeah, I'm not seeing too much synergy between either one of the teams. Not really a kind of a wombo combo so far yet.
Well,
You get a track with or the bounty hunter can hunt for sunstrikes.
yeah,
I think
that's good.
Pickups.
I think London Conspiracy are building a pretty well-rounded draft, though.
Right.
They have like pretty strong lanes. They have bounty to take advantage of any weaknesses, and now they also have good late game with a Gyrocopter and Invoker together. They can definitely farm, and their team fight is not terrible. The Gyrocopter does bring a good team fight, so I think they're just going for a pretty rounded draft. But we'll see. We'll see if Vega Squadron want to, you know, pick something ultra aggressive here as the last hero, because I feel they should be pushing a lot with Chen. You don't want to go late game. You want to finish around like at least 35 minutes, and you should be finishing the game with the Ancient.
Oh, and they're actually going to go for an Ember Spirit.
All right.
So, yeah.
It's one of the heroes that FN actually plays a lot in pops.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's going to be
Oh, that
good at
would...
that. And it's a fight. It's one of those fighting cores.
Yep. That'd be great to be able to see FN kind of spread his wings and
Yeah,
give us a
definitely.
good show as to why he was picked over our other friend. But, yeah.
Were you selected?
Why?
Why you? Why not me?
So keep your
Sorry,
eyes out
no.
for that. If that works out, Vega Squadron, the new era of Vega, might be happening right this game. But first, one more pick coming up.
They need to go get themselves some offlaner now, and there is Crystal Maiden and Ember should be the safe lane, so it's a pretty dangerous lane to go down far on, but I still feel that Tidehunter could be a strong hero here.
Oh, yeah?
It definitely, then they secure themselves the team fight entirely. They're gonna go for Void.
Void it is.
That's gonna work out similarly, and it's also a great counter to Zeus. I mean, you just get close to Zeus, hit W, and he cannot nuke anymore.
That's
so
a good point.
It's pretty much like killing him in a team fight.
So for me, on paper, I think that Vega Squadron should win, right? Ranking-wise.
Yeah, ranking-wise, I mean, they definitely should be winning.
Yes. But I really like London's Conspiracy's draft, and I know I haven't given opinions about drafts earlier,
Oh,
but I
man.
want to hear from you. Can they do it? I'm gonna let you bet on something else this time, though. But I just want to hear if they can, if this is the draft to beat Vega.
I think they could, but I think it would be an upset if they did as well. You know,
Yeah.
I really feel that Vega should be taking this one, and they also played games already, so they're warmed up now. You know, second series can always be easier, but I don't know. The draft-wise, I agree with you.
Okay. I want to hear from you guys something else, though. Not who you're gonna think is gonna be winning this game.
Okay.
I want to know who's gonna die first.
Jeez, that's
Wow.
a great question.
As grim as always.
You can
Uh-huh.
choose the hero.
You're one disturbed lady.
Yes.
It's always about death and murder and who's gonna
All right.
lose.
I'm gonna say that first one to die is gonna be the Crystal Moon.
Dang.
Okay.
Gonna have to
Just
go with the
for
greedy
maintenance.
Zeus. Zeus is gonna be going for that early rune to complete his bottle. He will then be killed by 3 heroes in the bottom lane.
I'm actually thinking.
That's pretty specific.
If that happens, you guys are gonna be freaking out. I can't wait.
I think Invoker's gonna die mid.
Really?
Rotation from Chen? Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
Chen Gang could definitely help.
Good
Who's
thought.
gonna die first? We're gonna find out. There it is. We're gonna find who is gonna die first. It's time for our first game of our second series of the day. Vega Squadron taking on London Conspiracy, commentated by Odie Pixel and Rascal.
Hello! Welcome back to the panel. I'm Odie Pixel, I'm here with Draskell. Are you ready, Andy? London Conspiracy versus Vega Squadron. We're about to get ourselves straight into the action with the second series of the day. This is game 1, and indeed, let's have a look what we've got going down. Vega bringing back the old Ember Spirit, something that they used to like to run back with Pasha. Let's see how Effa can do in the lineup. And London Conspiracy, the first time we're going to be seeing them in this league. And pretty much standard meta picks from there. Nothing too surprising. Is Vega's Ember Spirit going to pull it through this game? Is this the game for an Ember? That's what I want to know.
Well, I still like the pick. Regardless of whether or not it's being played by FN or Pasha, I still think the hero is very strong in this type of situation. The main reason is, okay, you have Invoker, you have Gyro. Both of these heroes have a hard time killing Ember until very late into the game, where your Invoker has like Hex and multiple avenues of locking the hero down, which... okay, you might get to that point, but at the same time, Ember is very difficult to lock down when you're split pushing as well, and you only have one hero who can catch him, and that's pretty much just the Void. Unless your Bounty Hunter has some like crazy standout game and gets like Orchid and can hunt your Ember Spirit down. But this isn't a pub game, right? It's 5 versus 5 pro match, so I doubt anything crazy like that's going to be happening. So I'm kind of with Waga and the rest of the panel. I think that Vega's lineup is just a little bit stronger, but we will see. As you said, first game here from London Conspiracy. So we'll see what they got.
Indeed, already on the top lane. Mag trying to find what he can. Did have to head back and pop a salve. No CS at the moment for the lone druid, but trying to do his best here to pull the Witch Doctor away. Jaro finding a space to get the farm, and meanwhile in the jungle, well, Biver came in for a bit of action there to harass Chan, but Chan pops the dust and he's going to force the bounty out of his jungle. The purple balls come through, and Biver, he's got to be careful here. This man also, some of the invis being slowed down by that dust. Looks like he's going to be alright. Solo's not going to continue to chase that one, and he will get himself away. That will be that. And the Chen just teaching the Bounty a bit of a lesson. And of course, Bounty, the hero that's picked up a lot of the times to deal with that Chen jungle.
Yeah, it's a little bit hit or miss though. Most of the time, like if you're against Enigma, for example, you can go over there and time out the conversions. That's one big difference between a Chen and an Enigma, is that, Bounty might be dying here.
Whoa,
Okay.
Hey, how can he do? Frostbite's the old purple balls of doom. And well, that's going to be your first blood to Solo. Finally gets that kill on the Bounty. And well, giving a first blood to a Chen that's going to back up and continue to farm at an incredibly fast rate at this point of the game isn't what you want to be doing if you're running Conspiracy.
Definitely not. But it's like we were talking about. The difference between Enigma and Chen, you can make the Enigma have a harder time in the jungle because the longer he spends messing with you, the more mana he has to spend for it.
This man is maybe a dead one, and he is indeed. Biver coming in with a rotation, the old 1-2 and the Sunstrike from BBK.
I can hear Shiver, like, in the other studio, like, yelling how close she was to being right about the Invoker getting ganked mid. It was 1 kill away. 1 kill.
Kefka. I mean, the Kefka Void. This is, of course, going to be a hero that should be able to have a pretty fine old time. I mean, in terms of catching him out, at the moment, at least until FN gets his level 6, Kefka should be pretty safe in this lane.
Yeah, he's not going to die.
He's a Void.
He's got double Fairy Fire, tons of regen. Obviously, Time Walk, the new Time Lapse, or I guess you could say it's better than Time Lapse in some ways.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of a aggressive early game. Most of the time, action just appearing wherever the Bounty Hunter is. Nothing really too crazy.
Yeah, we saw the Bounty was trying to hope for Courier Snart there, but a little bit off point. Wasn't able to find the courier between the tier 1 and the tier 2. In the mid lane, still 15 for 5, 10 for 5. I mean, Zeus is coming out on top. He did lose his life to the rotation with the Bounty and the Invoker, but he may be in trouble again here as well. He's coming forward and he's getting himself out. He's trying to turn on to BBK, and BBK pops the Fairy Fire. Needs to be careful though. The burst not quite enough for Zeus now. It's just turn on to Biver. The rotation from Slayer coming in on the CM will allow them to take down the Bounty. Zeus will survive, and great movement there from Shoma the Slayer.
There are just so many Fairy Fires being used middle lane. Don't even know what's happening anymore. It's like just whoever buys more Fairy Fires wins the middle lane. That just seems what it boils down to nowadays. But
Now this is a smoke gank and a half from Chen. He's gone halfway across the goddamn country for this one. He's in a totally different part, and he's looking for action on London Conspiracy's safe lane. Solo. See what he can find. He's got Mags Lone Druid to help out. I mean, a kill onto Jellypy would be nice. The question is, can he do it? He's got the purple ball. He's got the Hellbear Smash. And he's going to try for it. There's the burst. There's the clap.
oh, that's the mana burn creep, yeah.
Onto it as well, but no, Jellypy's going to be able to get back. Solon just stunning up the creeps there with a paralyzing cast, so... I mean, it was a very, very long trek for Solo to come into this lane with that rotation, and he doesn't really find anything from it.
We call that the optimism gank. I'm in a gank against a support who hard counters my hero and hope that it works out. Unfortunately, in this case, he was wrong. But he will be able to chase the bounty hunter away, at least for the time being. He does have dust on him, too. He has to be very careful about continuing pursuit. But early game, still... both cores from both teams still kind of farming away. Zeus and Invoker pretty close, and then Gyrocopter and the Ember also kind of neck and neck in regards to farm. Even the Lone Druid and the Void are pretty much right next to each other. The biggest difference is that CM and Enchantress just get, CM and Chen, excuse me, get a little bit more out of the early game just by virtue of being able to jungle. Whereas the Bounty Hunter is solely just walking around trying to create a little bit of pressure, you know, going mid, trying to gank no one, getting him killed that one time. So I think that London Conspiracy have to do more here. Like, they need to continually do this. Even going to see the bounty with that bolt as well, I believe.
Oh dear, Witch Doctor.
He did.
I mean, that was just an easy walk in for the CM and a Frostbite to start that one off. A little bit out of position, Solent, and we'll get punished by Vega. Now leading 3-1. What's the plan here with this Ember Spirit? I mean, is this going to be your Phase Drums fighting Ember Spirit, or is this going to be the Jackie Mao, let's get the bots?
I think bots is pretty much the play every Ember situation most of the time. It's like, when you buy Boots of Travel and the enemy team doesn't have any disable,
Hey!
okay, this Chen.
He's making the rotations. He talked about the Fairy Fire play earlier. It's still continuing. Jellypy pops his own. Mag, he's still there trying to clean up, and so is Solo. And while Jellypy doesn't quite know where to run, and well, there's nowhere to run. He's down, and now Solon's in trouble as well. They'll get the root. He's going to fall as well. If Vega finding themselves a second double kill for Mag. Bounty trying to do what he can. The Sunstrike coming through, but it's not enough to get him shot. Oh, can't quite get himself out. Biver, he's trying to clean up. He does. Double kill for the Bounty. Oh, it's a perfect cleanup for the man. And it looks like he may just get himself out of this one as well. No, he won't. Mag does clean it up. It's a triple kill for Mag, 6.5 minutes in. Biver tried his best to try and recover that for the fight.
Dear God.
But kicking off all across the map there.
What just happened?
At the same time, Ember. He got himself a kill on that bottom lane.
Yeah.
Void's gone.
How did the Void actually die? That's actually very uncommon, because here's the thing, right? Like, Void is really good against burst damage, but I suppose with the way the Flame Guard works, you're not able to fully get rid of the damage out. And yeah, he did expend a couple of remnants there.
Yeah, I guess,
by one boss. I mean, obviously he has to. There's no way he doesn't remnant to get that kill.
He goes in, as you said, forces Kefla to have to time walk away, jumps in. Bob's your uncle. Remnant
Still, you don't really expect that.
No, I mean, oh, jeez. Well,
my desk literally just fell over.
All right, well, there's a bit Shanghai Major in here.
Yeah.
But, we're fine.
There's this huge piece of my desk that just fell off and just went off the stage, but it's fine.
That bit of the desk is an ass, Andy.
Yeah.
And we won't be working well, we actually can't, because it's not part of the desk.
It's broken now.
Yeah.
It's all right, though. Things happen.
Being used it. Biver. He was able to juke that one out. The Slayer. Oh, hello, Crystal Maiden. Biver's got his eyes on this one. And from the over, oh, the Sunstrike! He's got it! Kefka comes through as well. That's going to be a Crystal Maiden down. Great play from London Conspiracy, and Sunstrike's on point.
Okay, but here's the problem. I mean, even though the Bounty Hunter is making a lot of action happen, the Sunstrike was very nicely placed. Look who's at the top of the net worth right now.
I'm looking at that, and that's
It's nothing but Vega. And oh, by the way, the off-lane Lone Druid got a triple kill and is now the absolute highest net worth inside of the game. So he's got a Midas under 10 minutes in the off lane against Witch Doctor Gyro safe lane. Like, this start for London Conspiracy, they need to pick it up. This Bounty Hunter needs to hit like 6 and use your Chronosphere and your cooldown to make some teamfights happen real soon.
That's the thing. They do have that bounty on.
Yeah.
So they will have that potential when he gets the 6 to turn the fights around and come back out on top. A Midas stump on BBK. Okay, Chen. Stopped in time, and with the Sunstrike, he's a goner. Nearly able to find Biver, but the stuns were a little bit off point there from the Centaurs.
Yeah, it was close, but Okay, call down being dropped here.
Well, this Zeus, he's going to try and turn and get a kill onto Solar. Can he get himself out of another spell? No!
That was close.
Cold snap. Stopping him from throwing out of an arc lightning.
What a skill. I'm
What
really
a
happy
hero.
to see. I'm really happy to see the early rotations though coming in from London Conspiracy. They have to feel some sense of urgency, realizing how much Mag is getting out of this off lane, and the fact that if they take the game too late, the way that they win the game is pretty much by killing Roshan, abusing Bounty Hunter, taking these skirmish fights, and then fighting around the cooldowns of Chronosphere and call down simultaneously, right? And then you also have Death Ward.
This,
He's fine.
Well, actually, he's FN, no I and an E.
True. It could also mean, well, actually, FIN is Finnish, right? Like Finn. Like
Why FM? What does it stand for?
I have no
I
idea.
mean, and why the exclamation mark?
Because obviously, whatever he's talking about, it's enthusiastic, Can't tell if he's angry about it or happy, but who knows?
Bounty coming in, getting a bit of intel for the team, checking on the progress of the Lone Druid. Spots out a Bounty, Rune, and Biver. No, he's not going to be able to go in for any action here. Mag still maintaining position on the top lane. Nearly level 9, 10 minutes in. Perfect game at the moment for this off-lane Mag. Lone Druid. Phasing Helm, of course, on Jalopy as the farm will continue on the Jari. He's just a little bit behind Mag's Lone Druid. He is ahead of FN Zemba, but only slightly. And Mag and Solo now teaming up on the top lane. See if they can make something happen. Jalopy's got Kevin Law, the bear's been born. If he can get a root, which he can, Solo might be able to follow this up here as well. But there's Solo on the Witch Stroke they've got to be careful about. But there's Zeus with the Thunder God's Wrath. That's going to be one, and now they're going to look for two. Biver's got to run. Solon to the left. Hand of God comes out for Chen. Vega going to be able to sustain this. Continues to chase the paralyzing cards coming out to Biver. They've already managed to find out the Witch Doctor as well. Biver will be able to get himself out for the time being, but no, he still goes down to Mag. It's a double kill for Lone Druid.
This is getting really not so great for London Conspiracy. These Lone Druid kills. Is he 5-0 right now?
He's 5-0 and 1. Don't forget that one.
He's already like more than halfway to Relic. Like what's happening? Why does this Lone Druid have so much farm?
I mean, we do see Lone Druid getting banned out a lot against Mag, and I think one of the reasons why
he just plays everything well though. I mean,
he's a good lad.
He's one of those offlaners that's really hard to ban against because he just plays everything, and he plays it at such a high level that you just think to yourself, what do we ban that's good against our draft? Like, what are we going into this game thinking of doing? And then we ban out those heroes instead of just saying, okay, Mag is just good on everything. We need to figure out what we ban against him. It's too difficult. But still, Vega looking pretty solid here in this early game. We have yet to really see the full 5 versus 5 potential of London Conspiracy, though. Like when Jalopy drops his call down into a Chronosphere and such, and you have that Exort Invoker, that's when we're going to see the true potential of their lineup.
What's the plan next?
I think it's finish your Vlads and then maybe try to go for a fight and then kill Roshan or something. I think it's very easy for their team to do it once Vlads is complete. Obviously, you have Helm of the Dominator on Gyro already, and looks like we're going to see a kill here. I think somebody's mouse is broken. I could be wrong.
I'm watching this mouse.
I think the mouse is actually just not working right now.
I feel like the observer's trying to tell us some kind of message, like, help, please, but we got it back on form here as we go on to Crystal Maiden, Void up.
All right, Wepos, drag your cursor to the top right if you're being held here against your will.
Okay, FN change onto BBK. They're jumping in Vega. They've lost 2, but they want to continue to fight, and they will find a big kill there. And Vega, but Jalopy coming in with a cooldown. It's going to be nice. Connects onto Mag and FN, trying to move in with the Rocket Rush, but it's not enough damage to burst through the side of Vega at the moment. Vega will back up, and now Kefka jumping forward, trying to get a bash on Solo. He's going to get FN looking for the jump in. He's coming in very greedily. He pops one Remnant out. Thunder God's Wrath comes through. Remnant's off to the side. FN drops the chains. Is he going to be able to pull himself up? He's going to be fine by the looks of it. Only Jess Chen living as well, and now the turnaround. Double kill here for the Zeus. Vega can they get more? FN's come back in after this one. Bots back to base now, comes in looking for Kefka. He's going to get it. He's going to get it as well. Killing spree.
That was so nicely done.
What a fight for Vega.
The play of Solo and FN there was great because he sent the Ember back and he got the Remnant out before he got sent back to base. So he was able to refill his bottle, come back in to make sure they get the Void kill on top of everything else. And they drop a Sphere on a freaking Crystal Maiden. Like, you can't Chronosphere a Crystal Maiden and then expect to be able to take an engagement directly after that and win. That's just not how it works.
Oh dear. Oh dear. 7.1k. I mean, Lone Druid is 2k ahead of the Invoker.
He's going to have his Radiance, like... This timing is going to be so much for London Conspiracy to deal with because they don't even have a natural mech carrier. It's the Bounty, I guess, but he's not anywhere near a mech.
I mean, it's not like the bounty's been playing bad. I mean, Biva's been doing a great job. He's just...
The biggest issue is honestly just the top lane was a total disaster. The rotations coming in from Vega, getting a triple kill on Mag, then getting a double kill after that. He has just been getting so much. And Lone Druid's already one of those heroes where you look at like a 20-minute Radiance timing with a Midas and you figure that's respectable for a safe lane.
Oh, he is.
And he's going to have it faster than that as an off-lane hero, in conjunction with the farm that FN already has too. Now obviously, the 5-man potential of London Conspiracy is very good. Even if the Lone Druid has a Radiance, it's not the end of the game, it's just, that's kind of that starting point where you want to start trying to say, okay, we need to play objective-based Dota. Like push, get our team fights going, get Roshan, and try to get map control away from Vega before their cores just drown us in money.
Oh, Jelly, he's got to be very careful at this point. He's very vulnerable to the magical burst of these guys. I mean, just a Zeus and a Crystal Maiden, that's killing a Jara at this point of the game, especially with that Veil done. You've even got a shot bursting down as Invoker. BBK, Cold Snap and FN to stop any kind of advance from the Ember Spirit. They've got to be careful now. We saw, I believe, I can't remember who it was, but yesterday we saw a game where just Veil Zeus ripped through the opponents.
A Veil is just such a value item in this patch.
Yeah.
It gives you so much, especially on a hero like Zeus, because it amplifies the actual damage of the spells and the static field too. And of course you have Crystal Maiden ulti to back that up, and Ember Spirit damage, which still for the majority of the early game is almost all magical. So you're buffing 2 of your cores and potentially a great Crystal Maiden ultimate that can do some serious
And the
work.
Radiance spell.
Yeah, well, Radiance Burn as well.
Hey.
But tier 2 push commences. Looks like London Conspiracy are just going to go for the trade. I think that's... I don't know if that's the best choice, but I don't think they feel comfortable fighting right now.
Oh, they can't.
Even though their lineup is good 5 versus 5, just the way that the engagements have been going.
I mean, they do have the combo. If they get a good Void Chrono, then
Yeah.
you got a Gyro, you got a Death Ward, you got an Invoker. You've got a lot of stuff you can throw in. And meanwhile, FN just casually walking up to the tier 4s.
That's a Radiance. Okay.
16 minutes in.
Not bad.
Jobs are good.
This is about average safe lane timing, actually.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Some good stuff from Mag on his Lone Druid, sorry. Very, very quick timings.
So now we're kind of at the stage in the game where London Conspiracy need to start to prioritize like pressuring the map and fighting. I don't think a farming game is ever really going to favor them unless for whatever reason like Vega makes some really big mistakes. Because when you've already given up so much, going into a passive game is always going to benefit the team with more map control. And I feel like it's pretty obvious that Vega have the map control advantage. Like they have freaking Zeus ult just for scouting purposes. That's how confident they are in their position in the game. It's just we need to make sure they're either not sneaking Roshan or we're not getting smoke ganked. That's the only reason we even need to use their Zeus ulti.
Here we have it. The smoke from Vega. I think at this point it's just a question of who's going to tank the gank of Bivo while he walks into it, but the dust is out and he's down. And that's going to be the key to go for Roche. Instantly turning the game into a 5v4.
Even in a 4v5, they can do a tremendous amount of damage if they land a good sphere.
They need a good chrono.
But the question is, do they prioritize it after the bounty instead? Looks like they won't.
I wish Tox was just TP'd up top, so no death wall for the fight. And it will be a free Aegis for the side of Vega.
I suppose they could give it to the... well, they could give it to Ember or Lone Druid. And then they can just try to go high ground, honestly.
I'll give it to Zeus. I mean, I guess Zeus is the most susceptible to dying out.
Yeah, that's true. I thought they might give it to Ember because he can actually like go for base dives and initiate, and he could put himself in a position to start the fight for the team. But I suppose if you're just going for the long safe game, then Zeus is probably the best choice.
Battle Fury, very, very nearly done here for FN on his Ember. On top of the bots and Aquila. It's good progress for him. And they need a lot of track kills if they want to come back into this one.
Well, they need to start getting some kills in general.
Yeah.
That's really been the issue. And you can just see like the aggression from the Ember. He just doesn't really care. It's so hard for them to catch that hero. That Void needs a Blink Dagger as well. I think that's another thing that we can look to, because the Time Walk range still isn't super long, even though I think they buffed it by a little bit, right? Didn't they buff it by like 100 range or something?
No, I think they tweaked it a bit.
Yeah, they gave it like a tiny bit more range, but it's still not that old Time Walk that was like 1400 where you can just come in from the trees and the sphere. You kind of need an initiation item nowadays, especially when you have so much follow-up. Like Death Lord, Call Down, and Exort Invoker. The damage is there.
I mean, I'm looking at this, and this Zeus has got he's got his ether lens on top of the veil, so it's just 19 minutes in. This is so much damage and spam potential for the Silent and the Conspiracy to fight into, because you see now Vega just stand there chipping away at the tier 3. What are you going to do? BBK nearly dying as the Thunder God's Wrath. Jellaby trying to move it onto the Zeus, but Zeus doesn't care. He just bursts them down, forces them back. They'll take the tower. FN coming in with the chains. Thunderbolts there to the Witch Doctor. He's gone for 30 seconds. The Veil onto Kefka. Kefka, oh, slider fist from FN, chopping the Void down.
This is just ugly right now.
He does have a buyback, but this is just looking to be a bit of an outclass here. Vega looking to find Jellaby, and they nearly do it, and they do. The Arc Lightning bounces through. Kefka's coming with a buyback, but he himself, he's got to run. He'll drop the Chrono. It's a pretty Chrono. Where's your combo?
The Ice Wall is not the follow-up for the Chronosphere. Oh, Lord.
Hey,
okay.
look, those kids can't move. Let's make them slower than not moving at all.
Yep.
I mean, you can get what he was trying to do. He was trying to set something off the back of it, but there just wasn't anything to follow through. And at the end of the day, it's just an easy rax for Vega, and they'll look to move towards the mid lane. And it's just all falling apart on the Conspiracy.
I don't think they can defend this at all. I think the game is just over, right?
Well, game 2.
I mean, if they don't have Sphere and the Invoker is on cooldown, like what is their play? Like, how did they initiate the team fight? It doesn't really feel like they have any tools to deal with this amount of push this early. I mean, clearly, as their base is dying, but well, they're gonna try something.
Well, there was something.
He just buys bots after getting sent back.
Carty! Oh, he did it!
The bear! Oh, that's a dead gyro. Okay.
Goodbye.
All right, celebratory Crystal Maiden ult.
Let it go.
Just dance it out, man. Just dance it out. You earned it.
That's easy.
All right.
All right.
So I think the moral of the story is just top lane.
I think the moral of the story is don't give the Lone Druid a triple kill 5 minutes in.
Yeah, that was also a thing. But here's the problem, right? Vega open up with like Invoker Bounty, and they're, I think, more experienced with those types of lineups than other teams. So somebody sees it and they're like, okay, I think this is a good idea, right? So let's try it ourselves, you know? You understand the reasoning behind it, but maybe you're not as comfortable with how it functions as another team. And then the enemy team just picks something like Chen, which is much more stable typically. And the Bounty Hunter didn't really do a whole lot to pressure the Chen in the first place. You know,
he tried, and then Chen was like, I have none of it with his dust.
He gets killed.
Out of the jungle.
And then he gets like 1 kill on the Zeus, and then for the rest of the early game, he didn't really contribute that much at all. Whereas Solo's walking around, even though he made the long trek to top lane, they still made it worth it in the end. You know, we were talking about how Mag got absolutely out of control on his lone druid. It just really felt like the Bounty Hunter this game fell flat. So I don't know if it's in like their comfort zone for picks for London Conspiracy, but I would like to see a different game plan, because it really feels like when you're playing against a team that's like more established, I suppose, you don't want to go with a lineup that forces you to execute. I feel like going for the safe plan is always the better plan if you're the underdog.
Absolutely. They're going to have to do something different, that's for sure. So we'll see if they do that indeed. London Conspiracy versus Vega. We're going to have game 2 right around the corner, but game 1 does indeed go to the side of Vega Squadron, and very convincingly as well. But first of all, we're going to have a quick ad break, then back to the panel. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you in a minute or 2.
Imagine how you feel. Only